So some news out in the last kind of 24 hours or so that the All Blacks have made a deal with Harlequins rugby team in the Aviva Premiership, which basically sees a connection, a back and forth kind of thing where players and coaches will travel from one to the other to provide kind of a unique experience for guys on one side that they wouldn't get in their own kind of country. So the first one, and you think it has to be to address some of the issues with All Blacks moving abroad, is the fact that All Blacks who are on their sabbatical will be able to go to play for Quins basically. So I don't see how it's too much different from some deals that have already been done in the past, where guys have gone to play a season in the Japanese top league. Other players have taken sabbaticals and just rested, but it's not that different. So I guess the only difference here is that New Zealand rugby it gives them a bit of control about where the player ends up. Probably more control of how they're managed, like kind of any minutes they're playing, or not playing with injuries, all that kind of stuff. It just gives them more control. It's another card that they can play. So, okay, racing on tonight. It's an interesting one. But like I said, with guys like Sopoaga, Tamanivalu, Ngatai all heading to the Northern Hemisphere at the end of the Super Rugby season. Guys like Cruden and Kurbalo, James Lowe, all gone at the end of last season. It's just another step forward for the All Blacks to try and, like I said, maintain a bit of control about what happens with their players. It's an interesting one with sabbatical in that generally the only guys who get sabbaticals are, your Dan Carters, Richie McCaws, Ben Smiths. It's your top guys who play full Super Rugby season, a lot of minutes, full All Blacks season, Rugby Championship, a lot of minutes, and then maybe need a rest. But the guys who generally leave, like Sopoaga, Tamanivalu, they're more like fringe All Blacks. So I'm not sure how much of a carrot this is going to be to guys in that position, but I would imagine it's something that the All Blacks will be able to at least offer. Maybe we'll see how it goes. In terms of Quins, so they'll be able to send young guys over to play Super Rugby, basically. Seems to be the long and the short of it. Like, a lot of details seem to be not yet finalised, but that seems to be the main idea. They've kind of ruled out sending senior players, so first team guys, established players won't be going. They need to rest and they need to play when it's season time. But yeah, guys who are maybe out of the academy into the under-20s, and not just anybody, it has to be kind of the top guys who show potential of stepping up and claiming a first team spot, could be sent to New Zealand to play in Super Rugby for some time, I guess, just to develop, maybe teach them some new skills, get them to kind of broaden their rugby horizons, basically. They used an example of Carl Sinclair. So they said if this agreement had been in place when he was coming through, he's the kind of player who would have got sent down. So yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense. Getting a different view on things, on your development, can only help you as a player. So and not depleting your first team stocks, seems to be a winner for Quins. And same thing with coaches. So again, coaches, not during the regular season, but maybe during pre-season or other times, maybe end of season, we'll be able to head over to New Zealand when Super Rugby is still kind of in full swing, just to spend time, do some learnings, maybe help with coaching, that kind of thing. So again, it's just kind of new experiences, exchanges of knowledge, the kind of stuff which is generally good for us as humans to kind of learn and develop. They're putting it into kind of a formal deal. And the last kind of looser things that were mentioned, at least by the New Zealand side, is the London connection. So a lot of New Zealanders living over in the UK. London is the first stop and the only stop for a lot. Obviously some move out into other areas, but London is kind of the main area where you find a lot of Aussies, a lot of Kiwis. So yeah, having a team based in London, have that connection will kind of, they're hoping, connect with that expat fan base. Maybe get a few Kiwis in to watch some Quins games, I guess. And the Adidas connection. So you got to have the Adidas connection. Adidas makes the All Blacks kits and the Quins kits. So yeah, hooray! Adidas will be happy about that. It can only be a good thing, more promotion for their product, I would imagine. So yeah, I mean, it seems like a pretty good deal for both teams. I would imagine it's the kind of thing that probably Australia and South Africa should be looking at in the future. Just to try, I mean, they've obviously got different rules in that guys playing abroad can play for the Springboks and the Wallabies, but guys playing abroad can't play for the All Blacks. So it might just be a different approach that the All Blacks are taking, but I think having this kind of connection, I don't think it can do any harm. So I wouldn't think it would be bad if South African rugby and Aussie rugby were looking at this just as another way that they can send their guys abroad who want the Northern Hemisphere dollar or euro or pound or whatever it is, and yeah, still keep them kind of in the system. So yeah, we'll see if any further details come through in the kind of details of the agreement, but this is what we've got so far, and yeah, we'll see who the first guys to take up the offers each way are. Alright guys, let me know what you think. Do you think it's a winner? Do you think it's going to help Quins? Having some All Blacks kind of pop in, is it going to help them in their push for success in the Aviva and the Premiership, or is it just kind of a bit of an interruption? I don't know. I would imagine having an All Black can't hurt attendance as if nothing else. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Alright chaps, I'll catch you again for the next one.